Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video from Radio 1.
Hi, Pranuthan. Hi, Abhishek. Hi, Satram. Hello, Apar. How's it going?
Very, very good. You tell me what's happening.
Brother,
Hello,
most
hello,
important
Hrishi
question. Most important question, Apar. All you guys, have you got at least one of your vaccines?
Yes, absolutely done.
Yes.
I want to start, Satram, with the writing of this. You know, it's just amazing the way the comedy is flowing. Of course, when you have actors of the caliber of Abhishek and Apar delivering those lines, and, you know, Pranuthan looking as pretty as she does, it's what they call Sone Pe Suhaga. But I'd like to understand how Rohan Shankar and yourself sat down, fixed the writing, how much of it was extempore on sets. Because you know that these guys can really take off if they want to.
Absolutely. So definitely the credit for dialogues and screenplay goes to Rohan, his brilliant writing and his sensibility to take the topic in a very sensitive way and not cross the line. So dialogues के मामले में हम लोग के पास काफी drafts रहे, तो improvise का ज़्यादा scope नहीं था, but हाँ, since these actors are, you know, they come with their own energies and their own sensibilities to understand the script. तो काफी improvise भी हुए, but within the limits of कि हम कहीं line cross ना करें, हम लोग कोई और, you know, not in a vulgar, not in a very cheap way. So it was pretty challenging to maintain that balance overall, right from the story stage till the completion of the film. तो ये challenges आते रहे, ये dialogue जाएगा, नहीं जाएगा, ये cheap लगेगा, निकाल दो. So that was the challenge always.
Nice. As long as you set your own barometers for trying to figure out, okay, boss, you know, what is cheap, what's the fine dividing line, that's really nice. Apart, one is the problem in this country about going and asking for condoms.
Yeah.
The bigger problem is going and asking for sanitary napkins, bro. I mean,
Absolutely.
when are we ever going to get over that?
Absolutely.
I don't know if your wife has ever asked you to do that, or, you know, somebody in the family has asked you to do that. And
Yes.
the Baniye ki dukan guy himself wraps it in a polythene and gives it to you, yeah? You want to talk about that a little, please?
Yeah, Hrishi bhai, I think there's so many things in our country which are just not right, you know, and it's obnoxious to see. I think now we are above all that. We're talking about sex education, we're talking about, you know, equality, we're talking about feminism, we're talking about so many things. I think it's very difficult कि अब हम इन सब चीजों के साथ रहें. So I mean, you know, in today's day and age, going to a medical store and not being able to ask for a pack of condoms just because it's awkward, I think, and also because Hrishi bhai, we were just talking about this, you know, in one of the interviews, that how we crib out about the fact that, you know, there's unemployment in our country, or poverty, or, you know, lack of medical infrastructure because of, you know, पिछले 1.5-2 साल से कोविड की वजह से ये बातें कर रहे हैं हम. Yeah, the root cause of this is, you know, population. Let's talk about that first, you know. So Touchwood, our film talks about that, and I think you've seen the trailer. I think we are more or less home with it. And Touchwood, it's as Satram sir often says, it's in a very infotainment zone. So Touchwood, I mean, we hope that उसके बाद ये सारी जो शर्मो-शर्मी है शायद खत्म हो जाए.
Pranuthan, I also like the fact that there is entrepreneurship in a very different way. India is the country of jugaad, you know. And the reason why we're so successful is that every small middle class guy can be a vyapari, can be a businessman.
Yeah.
And I noticed that at the end of the trailer, you also become one. You know, asking for about 300 packets of condoms and things like that.
Or wo bhi jaldi.
Yeah, and that must have also appealed to you as a script point, not just the comedy and the you know, the aspect that we're not comfortable with condoms, but the fact that, you know, this is a quick comic entrepreneurship.
Definitely. And I genuinely believe that hats off to the writer and director, that in a very subtle way, they've communicated this very progressively, that it is absolutely normal to ask for a condom. But I would say even better for a girl to be absolutely normal with insisting on a condom, selling it, and talking about it. So I think that's one of the, I would say, biggest things that appealed to me in the script of Helmet, that Rupali is not just the love interest. She's somebody who communicates something which is very progressive.
Cool. Abhishek bhai, you didn't cast for this film, no?
I did.
But he got casted first.
लेकिन वही है कि ऋषि भाई क्या है ना कि अब जब ये जब होता है कि ये होता ही है, मेरे साथ बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है कि जब भी कोई प्रोजेक्ट में अगर मान लो मैं एक्टिंग कर रहा हूँ तो वहां पर जो है लोग बोलते हैं आप कास्टिंग भी कर ही लो, अब खुद भी लगता है कि यार मना कैसे किया जाए, मतलब यू नो इफ ऑब्वियसली आई एम इन्वॉल्वड यू नो इन समथिंग, इफ आई एम इन्वॉल्वड एज एन एक्टर इन द फिल्म, क्या अगर मुझे कोई बोलता है कि डायलॉग्स लिख दो तो मैं नहीं लिखता, मैं लिखता। तो वैसे ही मेरे लिए कास्टिंग भी वैसी ही चीज है। तो आई थिंक फर्स्ट सतराम कास्ट मी इन द फिल्म एंड देन दीनो सर टोल्ड मी दैट यू नो कि यार तेरी खुद की कंपनी है, तू खुद ही कास्ट कर ले, एंड व्हाई नॉट यू नो। अच्छी बात है कि खुद की फिल्म है तो एटलीस्ट जो एक्टर थोड़े सीनियर एक्टर जैसे जमील भाई हो गए, उनको थोड़ा रिक्वेस्ट करके बोल दिया कि प्लीज ये फिल्म कर लो, या कुछ आसपास के दोस्त हो गए जैसे कि शारिब ने काम किया, यू नो व्हाट अ स्वीट जेस्चर फॉर हिम यू नो टू जस्ट कम इन एंड डू अ स्मॉल रोल फॉर अस। रंजन जैसे एक्टर्स हैं और बहुत एग्जैक्टली, तो बहुत सारे अच्छे अच्छे एक्टर्स हैं जिनको क्या बोलते हैं कोशिश की इस फिल्म में ला पाए, और एंड यू विल सी द मैजिक दे हैव क्रिएटेड। यू नो हिमांशु कोहली बोल के एक एक्टर हैं, बहुत सारे मतलब इस तरह के क्या बोलते हैं अच्छे अच्छे एक्टर्स आपको देखने के लिए मिलेंगे।
But Apar, you have to agree with me that right now we're laughing at it, and it's the best thing to do, which is laugh at it. But Abhishek gets trolled a hell of a lot. You go to into his Twitter and his Instagram,
I must
and especially by out of work actors. You know, there's a inherent frustration. All of us go through it, and sometimes you want to put blame.
Of course, Hrishi, I didn't understand. First of all, we need to understand that nobody in our country came to Mumbai to become a casting director or a director or a writer. 90% of the people came to become actors.
Wow, yeah.
उसके बाद लोगों को जब एक्टिंग की दुकान नहीं चली, 90% of the people I'm talking about, जब एक्टिंग की दुकान नहीं चली तो वो कोई राइटर बन गया, कोई कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर बन गया, कोई डायरेक्टर बन गया, you know. So why not then? I'm saying why not? Why shouldn't he do that? And ऐसा तो है नहीं कि वो आज शहर में आए और कल एक्टिंग शुरू कर दी, ऐसा तो हुआ नहीं है। इतनी लंबी जर्नी कौन, मतलब यार लोग हार जाते हैं तब तक यार, they go back, they pack their bags and they forget acting, they forget the world, कहीं जाके घूम जाते हैं इस दुनिया में यार। लेकिन I think he has had such an amazing journey, you know, even as a casting director or AD, जिस तरह जो जर्नी इसकी रही है, I think मेरे को लगता है कि सारी फिल्में इसी को करनी चाहिए जो आती है।
नहीं पाजी, थैंक यू सो मच, वेरी वेरी स्वीट ऑफ यू यार। पर मैं आपको एक चीज बोलता हूँ कि ये मुझे पता नहीं, मुझे शायद उतनी बॉदर नहीं करती। उसका कारण शायद मैं जानता हूँ कहीं ना कहीं, एज एन एक्टर मैं समझता हूँ ये चीज। जब मैं बॉम्बे आया था और जब मैं दूसरे लोगों को एक्टिंग करते हुए देखता था, अब वो किसी भी कारण से मैं कोई ना कोई कमी ढूंढता था कि उसको इस वजह से ये रोल मिला होगा, या मैं यू नो इस लड़की को इसलिए ये रोल मिला होगा, इस लड़के को इसलिए रोल दिया होगा। तो बहुत सारे रीजंस ढूंढते थे कि क्यों वो वहां पर है और हम वहां पर नहीं। क्योंकि आई थिंक that's the kind of you know bitterness which the city makes you have, like because you don't have a lot of opportunities। सबके पास opportunities नहीं मिलती है, सबके पास मतलब जैसे कहते हैं कि एक क्लीन ऑडिशन में नहीं मिल पाता है। बहुत सारे लोग जब मुझसे पूछते हैं कि ऑडिशन का कैसे पता चलेगा, तो मैं बोलता हूँ यार मेरे तो पेज है, वेबसाइट है, इंस्टाग्राम है, तब भी आपको पता नहीं चल रहा है। सो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू एक्चुअली गेट टू दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी, एंड व्हेन समबडी गेट्स दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी यू थिंक दैट पर्सन हैज गॉटन इजी। लाइक आई स्टिल रिमेंबर रीडिंग अ कमेंट जहां पर उसने बोला था कि हाँ ये तो सही है, बिजनेसमैन है और क्या बोलते हैं अब अपने बिजनेस से एक्टिंग कर रहा है। तो मेरा यही था कि बिजनेस शुरू भी मैंने किया, किसी ने सेट करके नहीं दी है, मेरा बिजनेस है, मैंने मेहनत करी है, मैंने बनाई है।
अभिषेक को बोल रहा हूं मैं, इट्स अ जर्नी यार, वो जर्नी करी है।
एंड सबकी जर्नी होती है यार, सब लोग सब कुछ कर सकते हैं, कोई पाबंदी नहीं है किसी चीज पे, और ये कोई गवर्नमेंट यू नो ऑथराइज्ड डिपार्टमेंट नहीं है कि मतलब यू नो इट्स नॉट अ राशन की दुकान where you have to show your ration card.
Yeah, that's very well put, and it's also like the question that Pranutan keeps getting asked about being a star child. I mean, Apar, you started in radio, you know, I'm in radio. Tomorrow, if our child, you know, your child or my child comes and says, I want to be a radio presenter or I want to be an actor, we're not going to tell them no, don't. You know, and like any parent, we will facilitate that and see, you know, handhold them to where we can.
Before this, you know, I was a lawyer in Delhi High Court, and I remember that most of the, you know, people in my age group, they had their parents working there.
Same here.
And इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है भाई? जब डॉक्टर का बेटा डॉक्टर बन रहा है और लॉयर का बेटा लॉयर बन रहा है, तो एक्टर का बेटा एक्टर क्यों नहीं बन सकता?
उसमें बस एक उसमें बस प्रॉब्लम ये होती है, आई थिंक जिस प्रॉब्लम की बात की जाती है, जो मैं हमेशा बात करता हूँ कि वो अपॉर्चुनिटी वाली बात है, जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि ये क्या होता है कि जब नए एक्टर्स आते हैं शहर में, वो अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत मुश्किल से मिलता है। तो जो आई थिंक डिबेट चल रहा है, वो डिबेट हमेशा इसी चीज का चल रहा है कि यार कुछ लोगों को शायद बार बार अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिल रही हैं, लेकिन हमें ये समझना जरूरी है कि वो बार बार अपॉर्चुनिटी के बावजूद उनको प्रूव करना पड़ता है। इफ दे डोंट प्रूव इट, अगर वो अपने सर्कल में अगर अच्छे एक्टर की तरह अपने आप को प्रूव नहीं कर पाएंगे, उनकी सोशल लाइफ हमसे ज्यादा, जैसे कहते हैं कि डिस्टर्बिंग होगा,
अभिषेक,
बिकम मोर डिस्टर्बिंग।
आपको opportunities मिल सकती हैं. You can get many opportunities. But at the end of the day, what is going to last is your skill only.
Is you. That is what
You
I'm saying.
can get the biggest of debuts. You can get the biggest of lineage.
Shoots and this, that, and the other, but you'll have to.
Without that, you can't.
Networking also.
Without that, you can't. You can.
Especially in today's day and age.
And
It's
Hrishi bhai, I come from the
Exactly.
other side.
without talent.
I come from the other side. I mean, मेरे को तो कोई launch नहीं मिला था ऐसा. मैं तो वहां से जर्नी करने के बाद यही बात बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर किसी ने किया तो करे यार, क्या दिक्कत है उसमें?
Correct.
और मुझे क्या, honestly, I just get a little bothered by the fact that you just generalize all of us. You just put us all in one bucket. Do you know my journey? Do you know XYZ's journey? And I'm not glorifying it. I know I was auditioning without giving my surname or my father's name or whatever since 2016 because I wanted to prove to myself that I deserve to be in front of a camera. And that's how I cracked my notebook audition. And I want to say that that's how I cracked my helmet audition also. And there are 3 people who can say that, who can vouch for that.
Yeah, like, exactly.
You will still put me on the face of nepotism and you will still put articles saying that nepotism will always survive and there'll be me, Ananya, and whoever else. You know, I'm just giving an example because we've all been through it. And it hurts, yeah. It hurts because you don't know our journey, and I'm not glorifying it. I'm not glorifying the fact that I did auditions and I stood in lines, but at least ask me.
That's why.
Respect.
हमेशा इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ कि ऐसे लोगों को जवाब अपने काम से देना चाहिए. You have to work so hard. You have to do certain things that people shut up themselves.
Yeah, and even if they don't, it's okay.
Apart, I mean, the best thing is to just laugh about it. Apart, your buddy, your bro, Tony Kakkar has done a great job with the song, man.
Yes, absolutely.
He's such a lovely guy, man. I mean,
I love him, yeah.
He's such a lovely guy. Every time I meet Tony, I feel some kind of bond. He's like a kindred soul.
Yeah.
And you really seem to, both of you, Pranuthan, you really enjoyed dancing on that one, yeah?
Yeah, सबसे पहले बात तो वही, he's an amazing soul. Secondly, यार, it is so difficult to time and again crack that loop, time and again crack that, that line which will stay with the people, So I think he has been able to do that, and kudos to him, yeah. And Touchwood, you totally loved grooving onto that one.
Nice.
And we shot that in the middle of the pandemic, so hats off to our crew also.
That too.
Wow.
Yeah.
And who's your choreographer, Pranuthan?
Bosco Caesar.
The best. Bosco Caesar. Satram, in terms of helmet as a title, I find it very cool. So did you have a working title saying, whatever production number so-and-so, or were you convinced that helmet is the title from the beginning? Of course, the trailer makes it very obvious about how Apar wears a helmet and goes out and things like that. But talk to me about the title.
So title, I was just saying one of the interviews, like title आया कैसे? पहले तो उस पे जाते हैं हम. Like कहानी चल रही थी, प्रोग्रेस कर रही थी, एक कॉन्डम की कहानी है, we just it focuses on selling of the condoms, but we got stuck कि बस ये सेल हो रहे हैं, उसके बाद क्या हो रहा है? We're not talking something which is meaningful. So one of our story writers who's involved in story writing, Ajay, we were just having snacks over there, पानी पूरी खा रहे थे. पानी पूरी खाते वक्त उसको एक बंदा दिखता है जो हेलमेट पहनकर अपनी गाड़ी बचाने जा रहा है. नो पार्किंग वाले उसकी गाड़ी उठा के लेके जा रहे हैं. So एक रूल तोड़ के एक रूल फॉलो कर रहा है वो. तो वो बंदा ना बड़ा फनी वे में वो भाग रहा था और हमारे को तभी क्लिक हुआ यार, हेलमेट इज प्रोटेक्शन, हेलमेट इज समथिंग मेटाफोर फॉर कॉन्डम्स एंड कॉनोटेशन व्हिच इज यूज्ड इन नॉर्थ एंड सम अदर रीजंस आल्सो. सो वी लाइक ये हेलमेट होगा, और वो हेलमेट टाइटल ने एक्चुअली हमारी स्टोरी को आगे कॉन्सेप्ट को हेल्प किया, इनफैक्ट डेप्थ लाई है वो. सो फ्रॉम डे वन इट इज कॉल्ड हेलमेट, द टाइटल, नो प्रोडक्शन नंबर और नथिंग एल्स, इट इज कॉल्ड हेलमेट.
And Apar, this is the beauty of small town life or even suburban life.
Yeah.
You'll always, as a middle class boy, go to the kirana store because your mother sent you there, and suddenly, and you'll see these 2-3 guys who will get off with a helmet.
Yeah.
Because they're just very quick.
That's my story. That's also how I went to buy my first pack of condoms.
Oh, you did?
मैं कॉलेज में था, मैं बाइक से उतरा हूँ, हेलमेट पहना हुआ है, एंड बस ये है कि वहां मैं खरीद रहा था, उस फिल्म में बेच रहा हूँ. ऑन दैट नोट आई वुड वांट टू आस्क योर स्टोरी बाय द वे ब्रो. हमने यार अभिषेक, प्रनुतन, सतराम सर, हमने ना सबने हमारी स्टोरीज पूछ ली है. लोगों से नहीं पूछा कि आपने पहली बार कब कॉन्डम लिया.
Actually, I was a late bloomer. So by the time I broke my virginity, I was already in college, in early college, and I was always looking older than what I used to look.
Okay.
So for me, it wasn't that much of a problem. But I'm sure with people who are younger and who look younger, it's a big problem. But that helmet thing is just unbelievable. I mean, I've seen guys who will just get off quickly and say, acha, 1 kilo aata dena yaar. Because they'll keep it on. And this thing about some guy running after the towing wala, because you could be doing something and your car could be getting towed, and you just want to drop everything and go because you don't want to go to the chowki. So these are all lovely nuances. Absolutely. How long did you spend on the script, Satram, Rohan, yourself, all you guys?
1.5 years, easily 1.5 years.
Wow.
First we had story, then we met Rohan, and Rohan loved the story and he agreed to do, like Rohan and me, हम लोग ADs रह चुके हैं एक फिल्म में, तो वहां से हमारी जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई थी. उसको जाकर नरेट किया मैंने ये स्टोरी, and he got really excited about it कि let's write this as screenplay and dialogues ने लिखे. तो it took him at least 17 to 18 drafts.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a bit challenging. Again, coming back to the point कि वो maintain करना था thin line, कि it shouldn't go into the space where it sounds cheap or avoid the nudity and vulgarity.
And Pranuthan, working in a comedy is always fun, right? You can just leave the stress of the pandemic and everything out when the scenes go on. And you're working with such interesting characters. I mean, Abhishek, Apar, they all have such great sense of humor. And even your friendly appearances and character appearances, guys like Sharib. So talk about the energy on the set. Did you soak that in? Love that?
Absolutely. I think, of course, comedies are fun to do and, it lightens the vibe. But it's very important to work with fun and nice people. And I think Helmet was the perfect combination. We had a comedy script and we had the most amazing hearted people on set. I really thank God. Even today, when I look back, I always tell my parents, I'm like, I have no idea when we shot the film.
Yeah. Ate together, shot together, slept together, danced together.
फिर तूने slept together बोला. फिर slept together.
Which is basically okay with if it's boys locker room talk, but there's a lady in the house.
I don't खाना खा के सोने एक साथ जाते थे. But yeah, I mean, that's that.
And Apar, let's talk a little bit about your producer. Dino is such a lovely guy.
Oh my God, he's.
I just did an interview with him for Empire, with him and Kunu, with Kunal Kapoor.
Yeah.
And he's so cute. He's telling me, I said, we talking about Shabana Azmi. He was like, bro, I picked up some great Urdu from her. I've learned how to say Khana Badosh. And he's sincere. He's really sincere.
Oh, sweet.
And it's so cute that, when a slick Bandra boy says, dude, I'm picking up some serious Urdu from Chawara ji. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? I mean, you can be a producer and you can still be young and innocent and a child at heart. You must have enjoyed working with him.
He is genuinely one of the nicest souls around. And सच बता रहा हूँ मैं आपको यार, I think वो इंसान इतना अच्छा है that that things are bound to happen in the best way possible for him. And there was never a dull moment यार. सब अच्छे लोग, अच्छे दुनिया, अच्छी script, अच्छे actor, सब दुनिया, सब as in it was such a hunky dory situation to have यार.
True, yeah.
You guys should have asked for some food to be delivered from Nicolo or his restaurants and their home delivery services. Abhishek, Pranuthan, I don't know if you did that.
We should.
Dino and his brother are serious restauranters.
Yeah. We should. हमने actually कोई फायदा उठाया नहीं इस चीज का यार.
नहीं किया तो.
We should do that.
अभी बहुत टाइम पड़ा है.
Seriously.
फोटोशूट का आया था ना, वहीं से तो आया था.
हाँ.
अरे लेकिन मैं थोड़ा डिस्काउंट मिलना चाहिए ना. या फ्री में 2-3 बार
मिलना चाहिए. अभिषेक मिलना चाहिए.
या ऐसा करो, रीसेलिंग शुरू कर दो जैसे कॉन्डम्स के साथ किया था. बोलो कि हम आगे बेचेंगे.
बेचेंगे में बेच दो. ये अच्छा आइडिया है. This is good idea है. ये सही.
डायरेक्ट मार्केटिंग. मतलब इतने में खरीदो, इतने में बेचो.
रेस्टोरेंट में फोन करो.
But honestly, I was saying this in another interview also, sir, that we have had so many rap parties, you know that? We don't even know why. Like there was a Bombay scheduled rap, there was a Banaras scheduled rap. We've had song rap parties. I have a video in my phone where Dino sir and Apar and everybody is clapping and cutting a cake. Till date, I don't know why.
And आज रात को हमारी interview rap party है.
That's a good one, yeah. That's a good one, brother. One of my lady friends has just complained, saying कि boss तुम interviews करते हो, but you never ask the actresses who their stylist, their fashion person is. You think from a very male perspective, so I'm going to try and change that. Pranutan, your stylist, you know, who helped you with your fash because you're looking lovely in the film.
Oh, thank you. I would say all credit goes to Uma sir and Biju, Uma ma'am and Biju sir. Sorry for that. They're brilliant, and I think Satram sir also, because he designed the look and the whole character of Rupali. And my makeup person is right here next to me, Ankita Patel, and she did my hair and makeup, and also Anjali, our assistant on hair and makeup. So thank you to all of them for putting an amazing look across.
And Hrishi bhai, I want to say this here, Biju sir, I totally love you, but yaar, Uma ma'am itni sundar hai, Hrishi bhai.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Such pretty hair. She has really pretty eyes and इतनी सुंदर है, इतने अच्छे, मतलब मैंने कभी भी ऐसे आती है, मैं यार अच्छा कपड़े क्या पहनना था बताइए जरा, मैं उनको देखता रह जाता हूँ. She is very pretty.
How sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to Google her, yeah. Wow.
Yes, do that.
Apart, any conversation with you is incomplete without talking about cricket, bro. I mean, come on, man. We're heading into
What a test match you have had. What a test match you have had.
Yeah, and we're going into Headingley Leeds.
Yes.
Should we play Ashwin or should we stick to 4 fast bowlers, brother? My big question to you.
Tough one.
It's a tough one, but
I think we should stick to 4 fast bowlers, because I think we've done a fab job, you know, in the last test match at Lords, and I think let's continue with the same combination, yeah, unless someone gets injured or something like that. Touch wood, I hope it doesn't happen.
So my poor Madrasi bhai has to sit out. I'm just joking. But that's sport, man.
ऐसा था क्या?
No, but you know, I think you'll agree with me. It's wonderful to see.
Ashwin.
It's wonderful to see the bench strength, bro. I mean, the fact that we can have 3 teams in this era, yeah.
यार 3 टीमें और तीनों के तीनों किसी भी देश की टीम को हरा सकती हैं. Imagine. So I think this is one of the best eras for Indian cricket. We are dominating world cricket like how. I think it's and credit of course goes to all the, you know, current legends. Be it Virat, be it Rohit, you know, जितने भी current legends हैं, they have really turned it around, yeah.
Satram, did you always want your first film to be a comedy? कुछ डायरेक्टर्स होते हैं ना, सोचते हैं कि ब्रो एक थ्रिलर बनानी थी यार, वो अच्छा वो नंबर 2 करेंगे.
कॉमेडी करो, मस्त कॉमेडी करो, बढ़िया.
You always wanted to do a comedy and you stuck to doing a comedy.
Always comedy.
He said that comedy करनी है और commercial film करनी है, बस मेरे को
comedy commercial करेंगे sir.
And this cast was your first choice? At least Apar and Pranutan and Abhishek, yeah? So you got to do a comedy and you got your first choice. Guys, such a pleasure talking to you, yeah? My 20 minutes are up. Thank you, Pranutan.
Thank you,
Apar. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Satram. Thank you, Apar, for staying back. God bless you.
Love you.
Love you too. Love you too.
Next time in the studio, sir.
Yes.
Bye.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video from Radio 1.